Hello everyone and welcome to the first part of a weekly spotlight series highlighting every single track in Mario Kart 8. Each week I'll be taking a look at a different cup and its 4 tracks, offering a few tips and tricks and thoughts on the design of the track, point out the different shortcuts available, and talk about some perhaps lesser known visual details and Easter eggs. This week I'll be playing as and exploring the Mushroom Cup. Let's jump in, shall we? Our first track is an excellent introduction to all of Mario Kart 8's various mechanics. Mario Stadium has some great turns for drifting, a simple section of anti-gravity, a number of shortcuts, and a plethora of ways to handle each of the turns. The second major turn has boost pads and coins on the outside of the turn, and nothing of note on the inside. This is a theme for Mario Kart 8's tracks. Boost pads and coins will lure you to the outside of turns. But despite those boosts and the alluring coins, that's actually the slower route to take. It's better to time your drift carefully and cut the turn as sharp as you can. I actually have trouble hitting this turn on a bike, but in a car the timing is much easier. The anti-gravity section is simple and wide, allowing you to test out bumping into other racers for a speed boost. The final turn of that section is best taken sharply and can be cut very nicely with a well-timed drift. The final section of the track is similar to the first major turn, with boost pads on the outside. However, with clever anticipation, you can actually hit a jump boost at the end, while still keeping the turn relatively sharp and quick. The shortcuts are standard for Mario Kart 8. Most give rather small benefits, but are worth it if you can hit them properly. Turns can be cut even sharper with the use of a mushroom, and the first real shortcut comes in the beginning of the anti-grav section. Use a mushroom to boost onto the ramp and get a sweet jump boost at the end of it. The other major shortcut is at the end of the track where the warp pipes are. That's rough terrain, which means you'll be slowed down going through it normally, but using a mushroom or a star you can boost right through them, shaving a second or two off of your lap time and jumping forward in the race. The music is really fitting for this track. A soaring melody is filled with energy and gets you excited to race. A couple of fun visual details are at the start and end of the track. A bridge overhead has toads inside cheering on the racers. Too cute. Toad pit crews are on either side of the track, each one color-coded with emblems on their helmets matching the racer they are there for, and they're all jumping around full of excitement and energy just waiting for the racers to come in for repairs. I guess they didn't get the memo that they don't need to repair any of the cars. Oh well. You have red for Mario, blue for Yoshi, green for Luigi, pink for Peach, and yellow for Bowser? What? I think I get it. The Toads are excited to fix Bowser's vehicle because they really just see it as a chance for payback. They can sabotage his vehicle and finally get revenge for all the times he's taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. Toads are crafty suckers. Our next track is Water Park, a fun, cheerful level with music to match the mood. Once again, we have that trend of coins along the outside of the turn. Anti-gravity is used again, this time underwater, adding a new bit of depth, water puns, to the mechanic. They also add in the obstacles part of anti-gravity with the submarine coaster. It travels along the tracks, but when you run into it, it acts as an anti-grav speed boost, propelling you forward. Try and hit it every time it comes by. There's only one major shortcut, which is through the spinning sea urchins? Anemones? Not entirely sure what they are, but a mushroom or a star will help you blast through them, cutting your time on the turn down significantly. As for extra visual flourishes, there are some great ones. Nokis, characters from the GameCube game Mario Sunshine, are on the sidelines at the start of the race, some of them standing on benches, and all of them are cheering you on. How nice of them. You'll even see a Noki or two inside the submarine coaster when it passes. Inside the first turn, there are a ton of submarine-based visual touches. There are submarine-styled windows and hatch-styled floor patterns. On the walls are 2 posters, one detailing the Mecha Cheeps, and the other one highlighting submarines throughout history. The Mecha Cheeps actually appear in this level in the underwater sections. Keep an eye out for them and their wind-up toy stylings. Our third track is Sweet Sweet Canyon, a rather fun track that, for whatever reason, just has gotten stale with me faster than other courses. Maybe all that sugar is past its expiration date. This course really puts the emphasis on drifting. There are some great turns where you can build up speed boost with drifting, especially on the blue and pink split paths. Speaking of that split, on the turn before it, once again we have coins on the outside of the turn, and a well done drift will allow you to pick up all of them in the first lap, giving you a nice boost of speed early on. There's only one major shortcut, but there are also a couple of turns you can cut with mushrooms, particularly on the split paths. The major shortcut comes immediately after the piranha plant section, where you can mushroom boost through a chocolate frosted and sprinkled donut. Delicious. Going along with the candy and sweets theme, the stands near the start of the track have a gingerbread audience. But do you notice something? Not only are there gingerbread men and women, there are also gingerbread toads. The final track of the Mushroom Cup is Thwomp Ruins, a track that received a ton of attention leading up to the game's release, and for good reason. It's an excellent track, chock full of stunning visuals, multiple pathways to take, and a combination of all the different mechanics present in Mario Kart 8. The first tunnel shows off an anti-gravity section on the side of a wall. Taking that section gives you speed boost, but overall takes a little bit longer, while the main track gives you more opportunities for coins. Coming out of that tunnel, you hit the tour de force of this racetrack. Two paths branch off to either side, and each of those paths also contains an anti-gravity wall you can race up and along. Good timing can get you safely under the thwomps if you forego the safer path on the wall, and at any time you can plunge right into the water. After the first lap, a middle path opens up with a gliding pad, giving you a fast track through this section and onward to victory. At the end of the course, there's a gliding section, and when you land, there are two side paths, each with a jump boost and a coin at the end. Be careful about going after these, however, as it's easy to jump from the side paths and miss the track completely, getting caught in the grass and wasting precious time. There are two shortcuts in Thwomp Ruins, and both are quite notable. The first actually comes at the start of the race, but you likely won't be able to hit it until your second lap because you're going to need a mushroom or a star. Cut across the grass before the first turn and hit a jump boost, giving you a massive shortcut past the first turn. The second shortcut is a skill-based shortcut, requiring you to hop off the track onto a narrow strip and then hit a jump boost off of that. It's challenging and it's risky, but hitting it correctly is very rewarding. I'll be honest, I barely noticed the music of this track while racing on it. It's a perfectly good musical number, it just doesn't quite stand out when I'm racing. Visually though, this track is stunning. You start off the race with tons of light and bright colors, and keep contrasting the bright outside with the darker, accented interiors. These interior tunnels boast dazzling shafts of light that actually shimmer and shine. I don't know if you can see it in the footage here, but take the time to check it out for yourself in-game. It's a really beautiful touch. Also, the entrance to each tunnel is a thwomp's mouth. Kinda makes those tunnels less inviting, huh? Well, that's all for today's spotlight on Mario Kart 8's Mushroom Cup. Check back next week when we move on to the next cup in the game, the Flower Cup. Until then, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and what are your favorite tracks in Mario Kart 8. Thanks for watching.